All right, it's the big one. It's the best episode you'll hear on any of these four channels this year. It is the Thanksgiving Day Draft. I am Josh Neighbors of Locked On Nationals. To my right, if you're watching on YouTube, it is Brian Finkelstein of Locked On Mets. Jake, you're going to have to pronounce your last name for me. You are below Ryan. It's Jake. What is your last name?
Mastriani.
Mastriani. Good Italian last name.
Right.
Of Locked On Braves.
We do Thanksgiving really well. This is going to be great.
My mom's side is Italian, so we also have the same Italian Thanksgiving. And then to his left, it is Dan Wilson of Locked On Phillies. It is time.
Who will be doing Jewish Thanksgiving and
Jewish? Wow.
Yeah, Ryan will appreciate this. I have a friend who I have become closer with over the past year or so from the middle of Pennsylvania, not a huge Jewish population out there. And dead serious, I was asked if Jews celebrate Thanksgiving. So we were all
And with that, we're going to play the video.
You are Locked On Nationals, your daily Washington Nationals podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
All right, let's answer that question. Everybody's been wondering, do Jews and Italians celebrate Thanksgiving? That will be today.
And when they get together, the food is incredible.
Yeah, but it's not Thanksgiving because, who knows if they celebrate or not. All right, so I sent you guys a template. I'm going to amend it a little bit. We're going to go 2 sides, 2 entrees, 1 drink, and a dessert. All right? So that is
what drink could be like literally any drink, to be clear.
It could be water's like implied. Just like
I'm soda.
I'm choking on something. Soda, alcohol. You get 1 drink.
All right,
1 drink. All right. The order of so it's gonna be a snake draft. The order has been decided by the order in which our teams finished in this year's season. So it's going to be Jake first because the Braves won the division, obviously won the World Series. Dan, you're next. Phillies came short in the playoffs. Ryan, you're next because the Mets imploded. And then the Nats decided they just didn't want to have any part of the season at the trade deadline. So I'm going to be last. All right. So, Jake, what is your first pick of the 2021 Thanksgiving National League East Draft?
Yeah, this might be a little underrated here, but I'm going to go with dressing as the first overall pick. That is one of my favorite dishes at Thanksgiving is dressing. I don't know if this counts as a combo or how you want to do this.
I think this is a side.
It's got to be a little gravy on it too. I like a little gravy, brown gravy on my dressing. Pretty much brown gravy on everything that I'm going to say, but yeah.
Is this a side? I think dressing.
Yeah, this is a side.
Right?
It's a side. Yeah.
Wow. So what's in your dressing? Let's.
I like a chicken dressing, so just a little bit of stuffing with chicken in it. Yeah, good stuff.
All right, so dressing, surprise pick dressing.
Yeah,
dressing is our Anthony Bennett, if you will, in this draft. For you. No offense there. All right, Dan, you're up. What's our number 2 pick?
Well, with the second overall pick. In the what are we calling this? The Locked On
2021 National League East Thanksgiving Day Draft. It's too long to put in the poster.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go. I was gonna go one of either way. I'm glad that Jake did not take it. I'm gonna take the food that I think is more likely to be taken on the wraparound here. So to be clear, this is some real draft strategy, not necessarily what's the best, but taking so someone else doesn't take it. I got to go mashed potatoes. How did that even drop to number 2 here? The best side at Thanksgiving. I could eat a full plate of it. Just give me mashed potatoes. I don't even need anything else. Put that on my plate. I will be a very happy camper.
All right, so mashed potatoes goes. It's Dan's number 1 pick. Ryan, where are you? A lot of good stuff on the board.
I like that. It seems like everyone's going sides, leaving turkey out there. I'm not taking turkey. I'm not doing that. The 3rd overall pick is mac and cheese. All right.
That was my other pick. I'm
telling you, baked mac and cheese is actually the dish that we have at my Thanksgiving. Just fantastic. That's the dish that the leftovers are gone very quick. We'll just leave it at that.
can I just quickly mention, first of all, like some people say I'm 5 when I tell them this, but mac and cheese is like my favorite food of all time. Like I could just eat it.
I love mac and cheese and chicken tenders.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's exactly right, Josh. I'm still eating off the kids menu at age 24. But it is alarming to me when I talk to people about what's going to be at their Thanksgiving dinner. How many people do not include mac and cheese in the food? Like literally the Thanksgiving I'm actually working Thanksgiving night, but like the Thanksgiving lunch I'm going to earlier in the day. They were like, they were giving me the menu. It's my aunt and uncle. I'm pretty close with them. And they're like, hey, is there anything else you would want? I'm like, no mac and cheese. And they're like, we'll get you some just for you. Like, did I have to really speak up? Why isn't that just implied?
But here's the problem. They're going to get you like Kraft mac and cheese, and you're going to be like, it's nice to have it today, but it's not what I want. You want the homemade, right?
First of all, Kraft mac and cheese is incredible. And I can't explain it, but the Kraft mac and cheese packets where they're like SpongeBob characters somehow taste better. But when we're talking about the fact that, sure, just go make some breaded mac and cheese, some homemade mac and cheese, whatever it is, get something on the table. The absence of it is just it's a huge, huge travesty to not have mac and cheese at your Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, 2 points here. So I have kids.
Go ahead.
I have kids, and we make mac and cheese for them. And you got to test it to make sure that it's not too hot for them. I end up eating like half of the mac and cheese while I'm trying to do that. Other point is, you said mashed potatoes is your third pick, but again, got to be some gravy on those mashed potatoes.
Yeah,
so, like,
he's got to have a little
gravy on there. It's a
Jake
combo.
has the thing to cover everything that he's going to draft.
If it's on my plate, it's got to have some brown gravy.
Yeah, what are you going to cover though? There, you're going to have dressing and gravy. What are you going to eat?
No, you put a hole in the middle of the mashed potatoes, and then you drop the gravy down in the middle.
It's so
like a volcano. Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, if you haven't tried that out on Thanksgiving, do it.
I know this is like fraud Southern food, but I went to Popeyes the other day because there's one near my house. I hadn't had it in a while.
That's Southern enough.
But it's like fast food. Like I'm not trying to say I'm like cultured in the South because there's a Popeyes here, but I have to tell them to not put the gravy on the mashed potatoes because they will literally give you gravy with a side of mashed potatoes. Like it is soup.
Yes. So I have to tell you guys before I begin picking. Couple things. Number one, I have a mix of family. So my entire mom's side is Italian. They're from Philadelphia. That is actually how I came to know Dan. Is from my exploits in the city of Philadelphia. The other side is from Pulaski, Virginia. That is southwest towards Virginia Tech. That is, and people say Virginia is not the South. I would challenge them. Go spend some time in Pulaski, Virginia, and then come back and talk to me about what is the South. What is
You're going to develop an accent when you come back, is what you're saying?
Yeah, that is my father does have one, and the values there. I'll say the value set is a bit different. That's all I'm going to say. So that is kind of where I come with this from. Second thing, can we all like have a conversation about how shitty turkey is?
Yeah,
like it's the driest meat. It's
you
only
have to put gravy on that. I agree.
Yeah, you got to put mashed potatoes and gravy on your turkey. I mean,
but here's hold on, guys. I don't eat turkey. We don't have turkey Thanksgiving. It's actually so at my Thanksgiving table, turkey will not be there. You know why? It's like just because it's a kind of accepted norm does not mean it has to be there. When Chicken's all the people when there's a chicken, we're having steak.
There you go.
We're gonna have
who wouldn't stand for this, Josh? The Pilgrims. Like, come on.
No, we're gonna go shoot a cow or something. Come on. We're gonna have what's called a rib roast. All right, fantastic, great stuff. All right, it's actually, if you have a group of people, pretty affordable. It's everybody chipping in together. So rib roast, steak, number one. Number two. And we're doubling up on the meat.
You drafted something that no one was going to take, by the way. You could have got that in the last round.
Yeah, well, I don't care. I'm trying to set up my meal as a winner the way I go.
Seems like poor draft strategy, but go ahead.
Thank you, Dan. So this is Nani, Italian grandmother's meat stuffing. All right, there is, guys. I 5 pounds of meat in this stuffing. It is beef, pork. I think there's meatloaf in there too. I actually don't think it's that much of it. But beef, pork, and then something else. And meat stuffing. It is an elite stuffing. You guys have other stuffings. This is like, it's bread, cheese, and meat. So Nani's meat stuffing is my second round pick.
Sounds like breaded diabetes.
That's the gist of what's happening there. All right, guys. Like the actual NFL draft.
Yeah.
Like the actual NFL draft, we're going to have a commercial between the first round and the second round because
Well, we'd have an entire day. We could all come back.
We hate the viewers. We hate the viewers and the listeners. So we'll do a quick ad here. Today's show is brought to you by Built Bar. If you don't want to get as fat as we are on Thanksgiving, go to built.com. It's built.com. You guys can find the Built Bars there. They got a bunch available. Normal piece of pie, folks, at least 300 calories in it, 300 plus calories in a normal piece of pie. Built Bars, it's delicious. It's sugary. It tastes sugary. It's not that sugary. And you can find them only 130 to 180 calories for a Built Bar, y'all. So you guys can go right now to built.com. That's built.com. Check out all the flavors available. Use the promo code LOCKED15, LOCKED 15, LOCKED15 for 15% off today. All right, Ryan, you are up with your second pick.
This is probably a reach, but I got to get them. The crescent rolls. Crescent rolls.
That's a quality bread.
Yeah.
Like that pick.
That's a great bread.
Thank you.
That's a great bread. So you've got your two sides. You've got mac and cheese and crescent rolls.
That's
all
where
right.
I focus on Thanksgiving. Side.
Dan.
Well, so you took I said diabetes. I meant heart attack stuffing. Am I allowed just regular stuffing?
Like, there you go. Yeah. In the box. What was it? What's the big brand?
Stouffer's.
Stovetop.
Yeah, you stovetop. Yeah. Regular stuffing for Dan.
Okay.
All right, Jake, your second pick.
All right, so I'm going back to back here, right? And we gotta fill out every position because you made a good point on the turkey. Like, I could do without like the main dishes on Thanksgiving and just eat sides for my entire meal. But since we're filling out a roster here, I'll go with the roasted turkey. It's not my favorite. Like you said, it is dry, but when you combine it with, some mashed potatoes, some gravy.
Dressing. Yeah. So your number one pick, you put the number one pick on the number two. There you go.
Yep. Then it makes it a lot better. So I'll go ahead and take the turkey, get my main entree out of the way. And my other side is going to be green bean casserole. So my wife actually makes a really good I shouldn't say actually, sorry. Hopefully she's not listening. She makes a really good green bean casserole. And it's become one of my favorite Thanksgiving dishes. So I do enjoy probably my next 5 picks could all be casseroles. I live in the South, so it's nothing but casseroles down here.
Uncommon, yes.
But yeah, I'll go with green bean casseroles, my third pick.
All right, Dan, you're back. So right now, Jake's got dressing, roasted turkey, and green bean casserole. Dan, what do you got?
Let's see. So I guess I could go. It doesn't seem like turkey's going to come off the board here. I could go that with a main dish here, if you will. And I think I will go. So Jake has the gravy. So I only like turkey usually if it has gravy on it because
he had dressing, which is a little bit different than gravy. It's a little.
Didn't he just take turkey though? I thought turkey's off the board.
With gravy,
roasted turkey is so dressing and roasted turkey are off the board. If you want fried turkey, it's available for you.
Fried turkey. Ooh, I don't know about that.
Which is probably the best
dangerous
turkey.
yet tasty.
I've never had anyone
dangerous and tasty.
Make it, but
your uncle's like, I brought the air fryer over. You're like, he's gonna kill himself. That is the
cook that on the porch.
Yeah. Can I go? Yeah. Can I just go? You took the rolls. Can I go cornbread?
Sure, yeah, of course. By the way, if anybody's wondering why I'm writing this down, this is going to be a graphic on some social media.
Well, it should be.
So people are like, "Why is he writing stuff down?" And that is why.
And next year we'll analyze who the draft busts were.
Yeah, who winners and losers of the 2021 Thanksgiving draft. All right, so Dan's got.
Can we move up in the draft? By the way, can we
trade picks? Can I trade mashed potatoes and regular stuffing for something else? No, you may not.
For a conditional second in the 2024
in cash considerations. Ryan, you're up now.
I like to trade. I like to offer a trade of crescent rolls for Zach Wheeler back. What do you think, Dan?
How many crescent rolls?
All right, my third pick. There's only one dessert I want, and that's a nice apple crisp or an apple pie. So
that's good.
We're getting that off the board right now.
That's good. That is very good. All right, my third pick. I'm going with my 100-year-old great aunt's ravioli, another Italian special. All right, so we're going Aunt Mary's.
An entree? What is that?
That is an entree. That is an entree. We're with Aunt Mary's ravioli. So I have my two entrees are off the board. I've got Rav's and the rib roast. And then 4, look, I know Jake's eyeing this. Jake's been trying to let pecan pie slip to the later rounds. I know as a good Southern man he is. So I'm going to take pecan pie now before he can. And there used to be a barbecue place near my parents' office, my parents are dentists, that went out of business. Well, the one thing they still do though, special order pies. So we're going with PQ's pecan pie. That is my 4th pick right now. All right, Ryan, back to you. Boomerang, back to you.
This is rough here. What I got left? 2 entrees still?
Yeah, you've got mac and cheese, crescent rolls, apple pie.
It's a great healthy diet that I'm living on.
Yeah, you are trying to kill yourself. All right, let's go.
Yeah. Trying to think. It's tough at this point because I just don't like any entrees on Thanksgiving.
Ham?
You know, a night. You know what? Thank you. You know what? I might
A
just
nice
take
honey
that.
ham.
A nice like maple glazed ham is pretty delicious.
Ham for you.
Very
Thank
kosher.
you so much. Help me out.
Very kosher.
Well, I'll be honest. The last name is deceiving. I am not actually Jewish. So
Damn.
There's a Finkelstein and a Wilson on this podcast, and the Wilson turned out to be the Jew.
yep. My dad's Jewish, but
that's enough for Dan to assume.
I'm
there.
half. I'm half.
You're half.
Yeah, there you go.
But I don't keep kosher.
There you go.
I
Dan,
don't either, to be clear.
Dan, you got your 4th pick up here.
So I have so I have my 2 sides. I have my dessert.
You have a drink.
So what do I just need it on?
You've got 3 right. So right now you still need a drink and a dessert, and as well as a
Well, wait, what about the cornbread?
You got mashed potatoes, stuffing, and cornbread. Wait, you have 3 sides. Is this the 3 sides?
Is cornbread not a dessert, or is that a side?
Cornbread is not. What's it? In what country is cornbread a dessert? All right, fine. Cornbread is dessert.
So I overdrafted on size.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hold on. So let's.
Dessert.
All right. So as many northeastern jokes as we have made, Dan, did you draft cornbread as a dessert, like intentionally?
I feel like cornbread could be a dessert.
In 3 states, it's like Maine, New Hampshire, and I guess Pennsylvania. In some parts of Pennsylvania, it could be a dessert.
Apparently in my house, yeah. All right, so I thought I was drafting a dessert. Apparently I overdrafted on sides. I can put that in lieu of a dessert. I actually prefer cornbread to any of the pies. I think it's just better. But in terms of, so I need an entree. So regular turkey is on the board, but I want gravy with it.
Let that one go. We're gonna let the cornbread comment go.
Cornbread is better than pie.
No, it's not.
That is like
that's
like actually wrong.
How can it be actually wrong?
Like it's
incredibly subjective, but you're wrong.
Some of the stuff is like an opinion, but like some of it's fact. And like that's fiction. Like you're just like saying fictional things.
Josh, cornbread.
It's not a dessert.
But it's the foundation of. I don't know. I don't even know what
of your meal.
Of my meal, yes. It's the foundation of the.
All right, draft something else up. The clock's running out. The pick needs to be in.
Can I take turkey with gravy?
What kind of turkey? Well, he's got roasted. Roasted. You want to bake it? You can bake it. Baked works. Roasting and baking is different things.
All right, baked turkey. How about that?
All right, baked turkey. There's two different settings.
Let's get some love for cornbread while we're at it, by the way.
All right, so Jake, you're up. This is your 4th and 5th picks.
All right. Well, I don't know what all just happened there, but I'm going to go with glazed spiral ham. I believe that's different than the ham that was taken earlier, but a nice glazed spiral ham. I'm not a huge ham person, but I will eat it on Thanksgiving and the couple of days after, but a nice glazed spiral honey ham.
All right.
That'll do the trick there. And then I'm going to go with I was assuming gravy is not like a side, that gravy is just so
you have dressing and green bean casserole as your sides.
But I'm just assuming gravy is like, it's there. Like, it's not like something you have to say needs to be at Thanksgiving. It's just
no,
there.
Yeah. You're good.
All right. It's kind of like, like ketchup. It's a condiment. That's how I see
water.
see gravy here. Yeah. So I'm not going to choose that. I'm going to go with another casserole, my second favorite casserole. I'm going to go with squash casserole. You got to get some yellow.
You now have 3 sides, though. You now have 3 sides.
I only got 2 sides right now.
No, we changed the rules. We went with 2 sides.
Okay.
2 sides.
All right, 2 sides. All right.
I changed the rules at the same time.
No, you're good. All right. Well, then I'm going to go with.
You have dessert and drink left.
I'm going to go with fried Oreos.
Ooh.
Oh, that is some State Fair Southern
yeah,
shit.
That's some good stuff. Yep.
Fried Oreos. Wow, that's unbelievable. That's awesome. Dan, you're up.
Yeah, really quickly, I'm just kind of searching articles here. Apparently, this was a huge debate in the state of Washington, and they determined that cornbread is not a dessert. So I guess it's a bad look for me. But there was a debate.
There was a debate about it?
No.
There was. So I was on to something there. This was an article from 2008. I'd be happy to send it if needed. I will take my drink. I keep it simple. Give me a nice Sprite.
Sprite. All right. It's a little Sprite action.
Specifically with no ice, by the way.
Okay, Ryan.
All right, I got another entree and I got a drink left. You know what? I'm gonna try fried turkey. Someone can make it for me, right? See what it tastes like. I hear it's a way moister.
You've got a Southern cousin somewhere who's got the turkey with the fryer and bring
as long as they don't burn down the house, but that's fine.
Keep a safe distance when you do that.
At least 6 feet, right? COVID rules and air fryer rules are the same.
It makes for good fireworks afterwards.
Yeah. All right, we've got so now I'm up. I'm going to go with my drink. I'm not going to take it last because it deserves better. Natty Light. Let's go with some natural.
Ooh, Natty Light.
No, it's easy. It's easy to drink. I can house a few while I'm making the food. It'll
Only
make
if
me
you're
nice
in college.
This year's Neighbors Thanksgiving is brought to you by Alpha Figma Psi. Apparently.
Well, no, you all don't understand. I'm gonna feel great after that one. I'm gonna be so happy about that. And then let's see. I think I need one more side. So I'm just gonna go with, let's see. I think something really easy. Have green beans been taken yet? The green bean casserole has, but not green beans by itself.
If it's not in a casserole, it's not good, man. You need the cheese and all that other stuff.
I'm gonna do green beans because look, I've got enough cheese and meat with my rib roast and my meat stuffing.
Look, you can do the green beans with a little bit of mixed in with bacon and cooked with bacon. That's another Southern dish. If you want to do that,
that's very Southern. That is true. Ryan, your final pick. You have beverage, I believe.
This might be Southern. I don't know, but my drink's going to be a nice whiskey sour. It's usually more of an after the meal drink.
Yeah, because here's the problem. That sounds like heartburn. Like whiskey sour plus Thanksgiving sounds like
it is, but it's
Can Tums be the implied pick for all of us? Can that be the 7th pick for everybody? We all have Tums involved. I feel like that might be necessary.
Do I have any picks left, by the way, here?
Dan, you do. You have a. I guess you have another entree.
What was your dessert?
Cornbread.
Well, I kind of drafted cornbread with the idea.
Dan had the most the gross miscalculation. He basically had the Bills taking the EJ manual of this draft. It was like cornbread at 9 for dessert.
Cornbread decided to. Cornbread is the quarterback who everyone in the draft process asks if they'll change to receiver.
Dan,
they don't think they have the arm strength.
Can he play H-back? Like that's
can he play? Is he just like an offensive toy? Can he?
He's
be like
Tebow.
a Taysom Hill kind of?
He's Taysom Hill. Yes.
Can I add is like a soup acceptable here? I feel like chicken.
Yeah, man. It's your Thanksgiving.
All right, chicken noodle soup. Like a homemade chicken.
Dude, you're like, this is like not a, look, there's some argument between who's the best. Dan, you're just like, what did the college kid bring? Chicken noodle soup, cornbread. He brought Yukon Gold mashed potatoes. He got a baked turkey from I'm not sure if you guys have Food Lion, Food Lion or Kroger or whatever you guys.
Josh, I was going to ask you, I don't know. You have Wawa's in Richmond, right? I know they're in Virginia, but like
Wawa's?
Wawa.
Oh, of course you have Wawa. Yeah, of course.
All right, well, I knew they were in Virginia. I just forgot like where.
What was your final pick? I'm sorry, I missed you. Final pick was what?
Chicken noodle soup. Homemade chicken noodle soup.
That is something else.
Yeah, so have you had the Wawa turkey gobbler?
No.
All right, well, you should because it's incredible. you can get either stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, on top of the turkey, like melted into the roll. It's so good.
I'm actually going to tomorrow, if that's the case.
It sounds incredible.
And
I got one of those yesterday with a family-sized chicken noodle soup.
Wow. So, Dan, you just drafted the Wawa menu as your Thanksgiving essentially.
My number one and overall pick is just the Wawa Thanksgiving menu.
Yeah, or just I guess their daily menu anyway. Jake, the champion.
They only roll out the turkey gobbler in November.
That's fair.
It's very seasonal and festive.
That's very seasonal. Jake, as the champion, World Series champion, you get to go last.
Yeah, I don't know what was easier, winning the NL East or winning this draft, because I don't know what you guys have been picking in this draft here, but sweet tea is the obvious drink for Thanksgiving. Wow. I mean, I know I'm in the South here, but that just goes perfectly with everything on your Thanksgiving plate. So that is the easy final pick for me at a draft that I think I just dominate. Everything I said, I will absolutely eat on Thursday at Thanksgiving. So yeah, I mean, I got a pretty nice draft here.
All right, so we'll get to the final results, but one more word from our sponsors. If you want to bet on whose Thanksgiving team's going to win it all out of the four of us, you go to betonline.ag. No, but if you want to bet on some Thanksgiving football, betonline.ag is your place. New interface, it's beautiful. Jake, what kind of devices are your kids using? The iPad? They're playing games with the iPad?
Yeah, whatever they can get their hands on.
Well, you could take the iPad from them and bet at betonline.ag. That's what you can do.
I do.
During the day. There you go. During Thanksgiving, you're playing Doodle Jump? No, I'm sorry. I had to bet on the Raiders game today. Football, basketball, baseball, hockey, Formula One, UFC, whatever it is, betonline.ag is the spot to do it. Use the promo code LOCKEDON, LOCKEDON, locked on to receive a 100% deposit bonus. So if you bet $100, you get an extra 100 to play with today. Bet online, it is where the game starts. All right, your final results, gentlemen. Jake, your team is dressing, roasted turkey, green bean casserole, glazed spiral ham, fried Oreos, and sweet tea. That's a very good Southern team. I'll tell you that right there. That's like the Georgia football of this draft. All right, Dan, mashed potatoes, regular stuffing, cornbread, baked turkey, Sprite, and chicken. It is like a 10-year-old went to the grocery store.
And really, the only thing I'm upset about is that Ryan stole the mac and cheese.
You started out strong with mashed potatoes. I mean, that is a strong side, but it went straight downhill after that. I mean,
so, if you're upset, the only thing you can have is mac and cheese. It is definitely the 10-year-old went to the grocery store. Was like, Mom, this is my version of Thanksgiving.
Get the SpongeBob mac and cheese with the little characters. I want to be SpongeBob and Patrick.
All right, Ryan representing the Northeast because Dan could not do it very well. Mac and cheese, crescent rolls, apple pie, maple ham, fresh turkey. Fried turkey, and then you had whiskey sour as your beverage, which is an interesting choice. But if you can handle it, you can handle it. You're good. I messed up mine. The rib roast. I have Nani's meat stuffing, which is great. I had ravioli from Aunt Mary, which is great. Pecan pie, Natty Light, and green beans. I meant to do Sister Schubert rolls as opposed to the green beans. I messed that up. That's a Southern thing. But there it is. We'll tweet it out. Any final thoughts, guys, as we log off here on this Thanksgiving week?
I don't know if this draft has any winners, but it definitely had a loser.
It definitely had.
Very good point. And
with that,
look,
we appreciate you all.
My real supporters will agree that I won the draft. This is how it goes.
Your 10-year-old friends.
You mean the league of 10-year-olds who listen to Locked On?
You're still at the kitty table.
Look, we do great. We do great with it. Locked On Phillies has been doing really well with the middle school demographic here.
It continues to thrive.
It continues to thrive, and you got to know your audience, and you got to really give it to them.
All right, this is the part of the show where we plug things. Ryan, where can people find you and your work and all of its variety?
You can find me on Twitter at FinkelsteinRyan and follow Locked On Mets on YouTube or wherever you get podcasts.
Jake.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at shortstopball and follow the podcast on Twitter at LockedOn_Braves.
All right, Dan.
You can follow me on Twitter at Dan_Wilson4. Follow the podcast at LO_Phillies. On Twitter, you can, of course, subscribe to Locked on Phillies, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. And I'm sure there'll be a Thanksgiving tweet or two about how all of the food I drafted, minus the mac and cheese, is what should be at your Thanksgiving dinner table. And, you're really missing out if you refuse to put it there.
You can find me at Josh Neighbors on Twitter. You can find the show at LO_Nationals. You can find us on YouTube and on all the places you get podcasts. Also, if you want some college football action, Locked on Big 12 at LO Big 12 on Twitter. Also Locked on Big 12 as well. You guys can find us on YouTube. All right, fellas. It was fun. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.